Dear friends, thank you very much for joining our online meeting today. Despite of time difference, I can see in the list of participants the friends from all over the world, from Japan to US. Today we are starting online conference, Knots, Algebra and Geometry, on the occasion of 60th birthdays of Valeriy Bardakov and Andrei Vesnin. And it's a great pleasure for me and honor for me to open this meeting. So I know Andrei and Valeriy for about 20 years already, since I was a student. So I consider Andrei and Valeriy as my teachers and friends also. And I would like to give some possibility to say introductory words to Mahendra. Mahendra, would you like to say something?
Okay, I don't know. Thanks, Nicola. It's my pleasure and honor to say a few words about my very close friends, Valeriy Bardakov and Andrei Vesnin. So I think I first met them in maybe 2012 or something, and I have learned a great deal of mathematics from them. Personally, it has been very rewarding for me to work with Valeriy and also discuss with Andrei a couple of times. I have really, I would really attribute my growth as a mathematician to Valeriy. He introduced me to this fascinating area of knot theory, combinatorial group theory, and related topics. And I think they have contributed immensely to a very wide spectrum of mathematics, and it's an honor to be part of this meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. Krishnandu, would you like to say?
Yeah. So it's a great pleasure to be part of this conference in honor of Valeriy and Andrei. So I first met Valeriy back in 2011, and Andrei Andrei in 2000, around 2012 or 13. Okay, and it has always been a very fruitful and rewarding experience by talking to both of them. And especially with Valeriy, we had a great bonding because he used to visit India very often. And I even now, on today, I hope that both Valeriy and Andrei will visit India this year. Maybe around October.
Yeah.
We are really looking forward to see you in person at ISR Mohali, and I hope it will be possible in this year after a gap of around 4 years. Okay, so now before I finish, I would like to quickly share my screen and play an inauguration song.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So you can see my screen?
Well, let me...
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
You could see my screen?
Oh, no.
Yeah, we could listen the song.
Okay,
yes.
Okay.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
So this is a song
Happy
of the conference,
to you.
and I thought of sharing it with you. Valeriy and Andrei.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Now it's my pleasure to introduce the first speaker of today's session and of the entire conference, Professor Akio Kawauchi from Osaka. So please.
Okay. Thank you very much for kind introduction. And thank you for inviting me this conference, or birthday conference. So my talk is about the sphere link, Kervaire's sphere link in homotopy force field. Okay. It's the group, let G be a finitely presented group. And if G has a deficiency D, if G has a finite presentation of generator X1 to Xn and relators R1 to Rn, such that the difference N minus M is the deficiency D. And G has weight D if there are D element Y1 to Yd in G, whose normal closure is equal to G. So the elements Y1 to Yd are called a weight system of G. A sphere link or an S2 link in the force field, or more generally in a four-manifold X, is a two-sphere system K smoothly embedded in S4 or in X. So Kervaire's paper is just cited here. He proved if a finitely presented group G has the deficiency D and the weight D, and the first homology of G is the free abelian group of rank D, then there is a D component S2 link K in a smooth homotopy force field M, such that the G is isomorphic to the fundamental group of M minus K, sending the weight system to a meridian system of K. So terminology on surgery. Surgery along a loop system Ki, I equal 1 to D, in an oriented four-manifold X, is a replacement operation of a normal D3 bundle system, Ki cross D3 of Ki in X by Di D2I cross S2 for a disk system Di D2I with boundary Ki, and the boundary of D3 is two sphere. Okay. Such a replacement, the sphere system Ki equals 0I cross S2. It's an S2 link in the oriented four-manifold X dash, resulting from this replacement. The four-manifold X dash is said to be obtained from X by surgery along a loop system Ki in X. And conversely, the four-manifold X is said to be obtained from X dash by surgery along a sphere system Ki in X dash. So an explanation of Kervaire's construction of an S2 link in Kervaire's theorem led to the 4D closed handle body of genus N is the four-manifold of S1 connect SY. Four sphere connects some I equal 1 to N. N copies of S1 cross S3. Okay? And identify fundamental group of Y is just to XY to XN. These were represented by the factor S1 of S1 cross S3I. Okay. So let G have a finite presentation, X1 to Xn, the relate R1 to Rn minus D of deficiency D. A weight system Y1 to YD written as word in X1 to Xn. And have first homology of G is the free abelian group of rank D. So in this case, note that the element R1 to Rn minus D and Y1 to YD normally generate the free abelian group. No, free group X1 to Xn with basis X1 to Xn. So represent the group in Y of these elements, okay? Y from R1 to YD, okay? Represent the element of these group, these elements in pi1 Y. Let M be the four manifold obtained from Y by surgery along the loop system, K, these loop systems. Then the four manifold M is a smooth homotopy force field. Okay. The loop system just changing into a sphere system of, okay, in M. For this link K with component Ky and to Kn in M, the fundamental group pi1, fundamental group of M minus K is identified with the by Van-Campes theorem. This is an outline of Kervaire's construction of an S2 link K. So call this S2 link K Kervaire's S2 link. Topologically, it is a sublink. Kervaire's S2 link is a sublink of an S2 link L in a homotopy force sphere M, such that the 4D closed handle body Y is obtained from M by surgery along L. The purpose of this talk is to research Kervaire's S2 link by using smooth 4D Poincare conjecture and smooth unlocking conjecture for S2 link. So smooth 4D Poincare conjecture is every smooth homotopy force sphere M is diffeomorphic to S4. The positive proof of this code is claimed by myself. From now on, a smooth homotopy force sphere is identified with S4. And S2 link K is trivial if the components Ki bound the disjoint 3 balls smoothly embedded in force field. And S2 link K in S4 is a ribbon S2 link. This is a keyword of this talk. If K is equivalent to an S2 link obtained from a trivial S2 link O in S4 by surgery along embedded one handles on O, okay, on the trivial link O. So S2 link K in S4 is a sub-free ribbon of rank N if K is a sublink of a ribbon S2 link L in S4, such that the fundamental group of S4 minus L is not necessarily meridian based, but it's a free group with not necessarily meridian based, okay, of rank N. And this L is said to be free ribbon, okay? And such a sublink is called a sub-free ribbon S2 link, okay? So sub-free ribbon S2 link is a ribbon S2 link by definition. So sub-free ribbon theorem is just the following statement. It's so following 1, 2, 3 statements are equivalent each other. For K1 is a Kervaire's S-ring, and second is K is a sub-free ribbon S-ring, and third is K is a ribbon S-ring. These are equivalent. So the proof is first 1 to second, first to second is I just mentioned Kervaire's S-ring K is a sublink of an S-ring L in M, such that in M is now assumed S4, okay, such that the complement fundamental group of the complement S4 minus L is a free group because a two-sphere surgery gives four manifold. In that case, first homology, first fundamental group is canonically isomorphic by general position. So the fundamental group of S4 minus L is a free group. And in this case, okay, any S-ring L in S4 such that the fundamental group is a free group. It's a ribbon link. I call it's a ribbon. It's a ribbon lemma. I call it. And this lemma is in my paper of this paper cited here. Okay, and in my homepage, I made sometimes. I make sometimes version up of the proof of my paper. Okay, version up of this ribbon of ribbon lemma. Version up ribbon lemma is done in my homepage. So please check. So from second to first, okay, the proof is use smooth 4D Poincare conjecture and smooth annoting conjecture. Annoting conjecture is every S-ring K in S4 with a meridian-based free fundamental group is trivial. Of course, this is also this proof is also claimed by myself. Also, this paper. So let K be a D component sublink of an N component S-ring L in S4 such that the fundamental group of S4 minus L is a free group of rank N. Then let Y be the four manifold obtained from S4 by surgery along L. In this case, this is a closed of this four manifold is just the 4D closed handle body of genus N. It's proved in my paper using smooth annoting conjecture and smooth 4D Poincare conjecture. So K is just Kervaire S-ring, and from second to first is obtained. So second to third, second is a sub-free ribbon link. So third is a ribbon link. So this is a trivial. Okay. So third to second, there is some observation is needed. There is a trivial S2 link O in S4 such that the K is obtained from O by surgery along 100 system. It's by definition because a ribbon K is a ribbon link. Okay. So O cross I, okay, it's a color of O in S4, and W is a O cross I union 100. it's diffeomorphic to a system of multi-punctured three spheres bounded by K union minus O. Okay. So let O dash is a sublink of O obtained by removing any one component of O used for each component of K. Okay. Then there are isomorphism because W is a punctured union of multi-punctured three spheres. So it's a homotopy equivalent to two sphere and arc. Okay, joining arcs. So fundamental group is not affected. So this means two isomorphism from fundamental group of S4 minus W is isomorphic to S4 minus K union O dash, and also S4 minus 4 fundamental group S4 minus W is isomorphic to the fundamental group of S4 minus O. And the second group is a free group, certainly. So the first group is also a free ribbon S2 link. By definition, ribbon link, okay? And so free ribbon S2 link. So K is a sub-free ribbon link, ribbon S2 link. So the proof is finished. So the asphericity of a ribbon disk link, a connected cell complex is aspherical if the universal covering OP is contractible. It's a homotopy equivalent to a point. Okay. If P is too complex, then P is aspherical if and only if the second homotopy group is trivial. Okay. So a ribbon disk link LD. Okay. L is just S2 link, and LD. Okay, L attached to D. It's a disk system in the 4-disk D4 obtained by an interior push of the disk system of DI system DI and BJ. BJ is a band. DI is a trivial proper disk system, and BJ a disjoint band system in S3, okay, spanning the trivial link in boundary DI, okay. Trivial link system spanning, okay. And yeah, it's a two sphere is a proper disk, okay. Trivial proper. The boundary is a boundary, so must interior push into D4, okay. It's a ribbon disk link. It's called. So by construction, every ribbon S2 link in S4 is a double, okay, double of a ribbon disk link LD in D4, okay. And let alpha be the orientation reversing reflection of the ribbon S2 link, changing one copies D4 LD into the other copies, okay. Just to reflected, it's a ribbon S2 link L, okay, is obtained of such a ribbon disk link, okay. So the fundamental group is unchanged. Ribbon group lemma I call, okay. The inclusion D4 LD to S4L induces an isomorphism in fundamental groups. Okay, this is just use the retroaction of S4 minus L into D4 minus LD. Okay, by the quotient of the reflection alpha and the canonical epimorphism of boundary S3 link into D4 minus, okay, LD complement of the disk link, okay. It's a canonical epimorphism. So that means just this isomorphism. So also the following is also a folk result, I think. It's a spine lemma, but I looked for some literature, but not clear. So I given here. The exterior of a ribbon disk link in the 4-disk D4 has a handle decomposition consisting of 1-0 handle, P1 handles and Q2 handles with difference P minus Q is the component number of LD. Okay, so exterior LD has a spine of finite connected two complexes. So it's a homotopy equivalent to connected two complex, okay? Finite connected two complex. And lifting lemma is, okay, let K be a sub-free ribbon S2 link and KD a ribbon disk link of K. For every immersed two sphere S tilde in D4 minus KD, okay, there is a free ribbon S2 link L extending K, okay, because by definition, sub-free ribbon link is extending a free ribbon S2 link, okay, such that the immersed two sphere S tilde does not meet the ribbon disk link LD of L in D4 extending K. Okay. This is a trivial proper disk system and the bound system of LD minus K. It's a ribbon disk link LD minus KD. Okay, it's such a it's taken in a boundary color of the 4-disk D4, not meeting. So in this case, not meeting is tilde. Okay, such a statement just. So ribbon aspherical theorem. It's a let KD be a ribbon disk link in the 4 sphere. Then the exterior is aspherical. The result of the case of a ribbon disk knot has been conjectured by Howie after Yanagawa and Asano, Marumoto, Yanagawa failed to prove it. Okay, this is some short history here. So a proof of ribbon aspherical theorem. Let K be a sub-free ribbon S2 link. Okay. By spine lemma, exterior of KD is a homotopy equivalent to finite two complex. So it suffices to show the second homotopy group. It is 0. Okay. By lifting lemma, any immersed two sphere in the exterior of KD is in exterior of LD. Okay. For the ribbon disk link LD in D4 over free ribbon S2 link L in S4. So let Y be the 4 manifold obtained from S4 by surgery along L. Since the fundamental group is a free group of Y is a free group of rank N. So Y is identified with for the closed handle body of genus N. Okay. Hence, the immersed S tilde in exterior of LD bounds an immersed 3 ball B tilde in Y. Okay. Let KL be the loop system in Y, obtained from L by surgery from S4 to Y. Okay. Two sphere is change the loop. Okay. So since B tilde meet KL transversely in a finite point, there is a punctured immersed 3 balls for some S in ELD. Okay, it's a surgery exterior. Okay, such that the boundary minus S tilde is original term. Okay, it's other two spheres. It is in the boundary EL, and by the reflection alpha, the intersection part of B tilde S union intersection of B tilde S and E minus opposite side, okay? E minus LD intersection part is transformed into ELD, okay? Thus the punctured singular three board B tilde S is taken in ELD, okay? With boundary spheres minus S tilde is in the boundary of LD cross S1. This is LD is a disk cross S1, okay? Such in the boundary. Since each component of LD cross S1 is aspherical, the immersed S tilde bounds a singular three ball extending B tilde S in EL. Hence, S tilde is a null homotopy in ELD. So it's in EKD. Okay, so the second homotopy group is 0 of EKD. From this theorem, the corollary, let G be a finitely presented group with deficiency D, weight D, and the first homology of G is a free Abelian group of rank D. Then G is isomorphic to the fundamental group of aspherical 2 complex. In particular, G is torsion free. So corollary, the fundamental group of any ribbon S2 link in 4 sphere is torsion free. So I'll explain about the Whitehead aspherical conjecture. Conjecture is like that. Every connected subcomplex of every aspherical 2 complex is aspherical. This paper is the first paper of Whitehead, J.H. Whitehead, this paper. Okay, I claim this conjecture is yes by an argument of ribbon sphere rings. So I call Whitehead aspherical theorem. The conjecture is yes. My paper is here. By internet, I knew the following preprint at ePask. Answer to the Whitehead aspherical question. This is this claim he claimed is a conjecture is yes by a purely group theoretic method. In my case, I don't know how to aspherical. Maybe some more opposite proof he said, but I don't know the content. Note that, okay, up to homotopy equivalence, the canonical 2 complex can be considered as the 2 complex induced from group presentations. So, and the connected subcomplex of this 2 complex is the 2 complex induced from sub-presentation, okay? So Whitehead aspherical conjecture is done by generalized argument of the following result, essentially corollary of ribbon aspherical theorem. Okay, contractible finite aspherical theorem. Every connected subcomplex of every contractible finite 2 complex is aspherical. Okay, so this proof is I assume the connected finite complex P is obtained from a bouquet P1 of groups with C1 to Cn with base point V by attaching 2 cells, E1 to En for some n. And identify the fundamental group is X1, free group of X1 with basis X1 to Xn. And R1 to Rn, the word of attaching data of E1 to En to P1. which is a weight system of pi1 of P1, fundamental group of P1. Since the pi1 of P is simply connected. So by Kervaire theorem as a sub-free ribbon theorem, there is a ribbon S link such that the fundamental group is a free group with base x1 to xn, and sending a meridian system L to the weight system R1 to Rn. By ribbon disk lemma, for the ribbon disk link is the same property. Okay. So by asphericity theorem, EL is homotopy equivalent to P1, and PSB is a subcomplex of P obtained from P1 by attaching a subsystem E1 EI to EIS, I1 to EIS of the two cells. Okay, with the attaching data R1 I1 to RIS. Then the PS is homotopy equivalent to the exterior of the ribbon disk link of the sub-free ribbon S2 link LS obtained from L by forgetting the component of L with meridian element RI1 to RIS, which is aspherical by ribbon aspherical theorem. Since every connected subcomplex of P is obtained from some PS by attaching loops as a bouquet, so every connected subcomplex of P is aspherical. So for general case, you use the following reduction lemma. Every finite subcomplex of an infinite connected two complex is a subcomplex of a locally finite two complex L dash homotopy equivalent to L. So by this lemma, the Whitehead aspherical theorem is obtained from the following claim. Every connected finite subcomplex of a contractive locally finite complex is aspherical. So infinite ribbon lemma assumes that the two complex of a group presentation is locally finite contractible two complex. Then there is an infinite ribbon link such that in this case not S4, it's a fourth space R4. Okay, the fundamental group R4 minus L is a free group sending a meridian system of L to R1 to Rn, and so on. And the R3 connect sum Y and R tilde 4 for Y is for the manifold, open 4D manifold, okay, obtained from R4 by surgery along L, and contracted for open 4 manifold R tilde 4 is a contractible open 4 manifold. Okay, it's diffeomorphic. Such a R3 connect sum is diffeomorphic to the open 4 manifold R4 connect sum, the copy of S1 cross S3, okay, infinite copy. This lemma is similar to the this lemma is similar to the proof of ribbon lemma, but done without use of smooth 4D Poincare conjecture and smooth annotating conjecture. So this means ribbon aspherical theorem is obtained without use of smooth 4D Poincare conjecture and smooth annotating conjecture. Okay, so idea of the proof of claim. It's a presentation, group presentation of x1 to xn and so on, R1 to Rm and so on, is a group presentation of a contractible locally finite two complex P. Okay, to show that every finite connect subcomplex given by this presentation is aspherical. It's sufficient to show that the two complex PS given by this generator is the same original one, okay, same as the original one, okay, and the relators are restricted, okay. In this case, this two complex is aspherical. By infinite ribbon lemma and ribbon disk group lemma, there is a the ribbon disk group lemma is just countable many. The same argument is okay. So such a generalized case, I consider. There is an infinite ribbon disk link LDS in the upper half four space H4, such that the complement of S4 minus LDS is homotopy equivalent to PS. So by the same proof as the Ribbon aspherical theorem, the complement H4 minus LDS is aspherical. So that's the PS is aspherical. Okay, thank you for attention.